I'd like to start today by thanking Daniel Garrison for putting this video together for our student athletes so they may be recognized for all their accomplishments throughout the year. It's not the most ideal way of doing a sports banquet, but we felt it necessary so we have some closure for our student athletes and what all they accomplished this year. I'd like to start by thanking everybody that helps us behind the scenes, from our administration to our maintenance to our custodial departments. There's so many people that help us produce everything that we do here and help us be successful. I'd like to thank our booster club for everything that they do, everything that they give us, and all the the thankless things that they do, from working concession stands to putting on benefits to barbecuing overnight. It all comes together at the end, and it's a great place to be as far as athletics, because there's so many people that put in and help. And as far as us this year, we've been very successful with what we've done. We've had great great outings with volleyball and football and basketball, and our spring sports didn't get to end like we wanted to, but sometimes it's just the way it happens. Hopefully, our kids can learn from it and become better people from it, and be mentally strong. So this year we want to make sure that we recognize all these individuals that have done so much for us over the years, and for the seniors going out. I know it's not the way you wanted to go out, but I like to say thank you, from the coach's standpoint, for all the hard work that you've put in over these years, and to anything in the future that you do, we support you, and we hope that you're successful in all that you do. Now I'd like to go into our Fan of the Year award. I'd like to present the Fan of the Year award this year. We give it out every year to people who really support all of our athletics, from all the different sports that start, from football and cross country, and to track and baseball and softball and basketball. You can usually see these people at all these events at some point in time, and they're just big time supporters of Lexington athletics. Our fans this year have supported our program for many years. They've had kids in our programs on both the boys and the girls side for many years, and you still see them at all the different events. So this year's Fan of the Year award goes to Rodney and Shannon Patchke.
Coach Cheryl with the Lexington golf team. We had a fun group this year. I know we were really young and we were doing things a little bit different than usual. Kind of being my first year and getting to know these kids and just seeing their work ethic, and like we had some practices that were in the rain and cold, and in Lago Vista we played and it was rainy and cold, and these kids were just champs about playing and just having fun. Like I said, it's a real fun group to be around. Fun group to coach, and I'm looking forward to next year. For the MVPs, for the boys, it's Miles Miller, and for the girls, Piper Swisher. So, like I said, just looking forward to this young team growing up and playing lots of golf and getting better and just having lots of fun with them.
Okay, so since we couldn't meet up at the park building this year to honor all of you guys, I am reporting from your favorite place, which is the Death Loop. I thought it was appropriate. I want to start off by thanking everyone that has supported us this year in our cross-country season. I feel like we had a great year. We had so much fun, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of injuries, but we overcame everything and had a great year. I'd like to thank the parents, first of all, because it takes a lot of commitment for you guys to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and chase us down wherever we may be running that day. Cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, throwing water on everyone, chasing them down, telling them how much is left, telling them to go catch someone. There's a lot of commitment that goes in from the parents and everyone, and I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making my first year doing cross country so easy. Cross country is not like a lot of other sports. you have to be extremely driven and motivated to compete. It doesn't come with all the glitz, glamour, and Friday night lights that everyone likes to have. Most days, our biggest victories come from something that others would see as something extremely small, like shaving a few seconds off of our times, beating that kid that has beat you over and over, improving your home to first time, or overcoming an injury and putting yourself back out there to compete again. Victories, big or small, these guys should be so proud of themselves. They're getting up hours before classmates to get their workouts in each day, maybe so they can compete in other sports. This takes a lot of dedication and it doesn't go unnoticed. I'm so excited about the future of Lexington's cross country, and I'd like to thank all of these high school kids for being committed and supportive of every single person in our program. You are an extremely special group of kids, and I know that you will be successful in anything that you put your mind to throughout your lives. Thank you for making my year so great and so much fun. Although we are going to miss all of our seniors, I'm extremely hopeful for the future of our program and can't wait to see what we accomplish in the future. We are growing and making a name for ourselves, and I could not be more excited for the future of Lexington cross country. Our boys, Stuart Hervey, Tyler Birch, Logan Merrick, Luke Shield, Smokey Delp, Lane Bowen, Poncho Nava, JJ Burks. The 2019 girls cross country team: Ella Lennox, Floresita Nava, Piper Swisher, Haley Martinez, Stephanie Yanis, Anna Dill, Kylie Hobbs, Mallory Sanders, Kelly Couch, Marissa Woolridge, Miranda Woodward, and our managers, Natalie Martinez and Kellen Hervey. Okay, for your 2019 girls cross country MVPs, I sat down and I couldn't pick just one kid. There was two girls that stood out to me, so I'm gonna give a co-MVP. The first girl is gonna be one of our younger girls. She is going to, I feel like, continue to be a powerhouse for Lexington cross country and be a leader next year. I'm really looking forward to her working hard this summer, coming out in the fall and leading everyone in our program, making us better each day. That is Marissa Woolridge. Our other MVP, although we had a great senior class of amazing kids, there's one girl that just really stands out and is special. She was not only a leader to her classmates, she was a leader to the middle school kids. She stayed around and watched them run, maybe because she had her sibling and her cousin running as well. But every single person in our program looks up to this girl. She's amazing. She's a Spitfire. I'm gonna miss her dearly, and I think everyone is gonna miss her, and that is Floresita Nava. Congratulations, girls. Okay, your 2019 boys cross country MVP this year is only a freshman, but he was coming off of a knee injury. Wasn't always excited about his performance. Sometimes you couldn't even get him to speak to you after he was done. But he always remained positive, kept working hard, kept pushing himself, getting better each day. And so your MVP this year is Stuart Hervey.
It's Coach Miller talking about the 2020 tennis MVPs. The boys MVP this year is Colby Robertson. This is fourth year in a row. Colby's season got cut short this year. He'd been to regionals the last 3 years and been third and fourth the last 2 years respectively, and we're hoping he'd have a chance to go to state this year, but unfortunately that didn't get to happen for him. And the girls MVP this year will be Piper Swisher. She was also our returning MVP from last year too, and she had a successful season.
This year, the Lexington JV baseball team had a hard-working group of kids. Our season got cut short due to COVID-19, but before the season ended, we were 1-0 in district. All the kids were improving in the short time that we were together, and we are excited for the upcoming season. Here is the roster for the 2020 JV baseball team.
Hey, this is Coach Sherrill. I want to take this opportunity to recognize our 2020 baseball team. First, I'd like to thank a few people for their support throughout the season. Dr. Knowlton, Coach Moll, Miss Garrison for giving me the opportunity to work here. Our assistant baseball coach, Coach Garrett, for all that he did with the varsity and the JV team. Aaron Allard and Miss Shimont for running the Game Changer app for us during our games. Robert Justice for keeping the official pitch counts for us during our home games. Our bat boys and our managers for everything they do for us during the games. Mike Organ for everything that Mike Organ does. And I also just want to thank the parents and the fans for y'all's support throughout the season. Unfortunately, our season was canceled halfway through the year due to this pandemic we're all experiencing. I felt awful for the players when they announced the cancellation of the season. I especially felt bad for our seniors just because their final year was essentially pulled out from underneath them for something that they have no control over. It's just a very unfortunate situation. As far as the season, we finished the shortened season 10-5. That was after a tough start in which we started 0-4. Even with the 0-4 start, we felt like we were playing good baseball. Two of those losses were one-run losses, and we have a lose to Burton 2-0, and then a 6-2 loss against Anderson Shiro. But our guys, they kept grinding, they kept working, and they knew they were playing better than what our record showed at the time. After the 0-4 start, we reeled off 10 straight wins, one of those being the only district game that we were able to play. And then we ended up losing our 15th game of the season, which turned out to be the last game of the year. I can't say enough about this group of guys. Man, they worked hard and they had a lot of fun doing it. When they stepped between the lines, they played selfless baseball. We are losing 5 really good, talented seniors, but we feel like we have a lot of good, young, talented kids coming up that will step in and fill their shoes. And to those 5 seniors, Tyler Justice, Caden Noe, Kobe Robertson, Kobe King, Hayden Ramsey, we're definitely going to miss y'all. I can't say enough about you and how much y'all have meant to this program, and just how fortunate I was to be able to get to work with you during y'all's senior season. And again, I hate that it ended the way that it ended. Because of the shortened season, we didn't vote on any district awards. Our team MVP award goes to Tyler Justice. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'd like to thank Miss Meyer, Daniel Garrison, and Miss Danport for supporting and help organize our program. Mr. Organ, it's a pleasure having you announce for us. Along with many others, I have been waiting for this season to come. I think when the girls were in 10U, I have visualized the 2020 season with a state championship. It's hard to put in reality what was taken away from these young ladies. What's come of this will bring strength and faith these girls will feed on for the bigger and the better. First, I want to start with JV. You didn't get much of a season, but I applaud you for putting in the work and wanting to learn the game. I look forward to having you come out next season. This year's varsity team: senior Jordan Dodd, senior Kylie Hobbs, 5th in her class, senior Casey Johnson, Senior Floridacita Nava. Senior Grace Patchke, number 1 in her class. Junior Ashton Andrus. Junior Savannah Clopton. Junior Natalie Martinez. Junior Kylie Mole. Junior Hannah Skyby. Sophomore Cassidy Bradshaw. Sophomore Haley Martinez. Freshman Kinley Evans. Freshman Kinsey Hobbs. Freshman Kinsey Mole. Even though our season was cut short, there is so much to be proud of. The future of the Lexington Lady Eagles sure does look bright. These girls made a name for themselves, ranking as one of the top teams in the state, including all classes 2A through 6A. They were 11th in team runs scored with 185. They were 7th in team home runs with 23. 6th in team RBIs with 160. Senior Kylie Hobbs, a Sam Houston commit, led the nation in home runs with 13 and RBIs 49. She's going to do amazing things at Sam. This roster was definitely a fun one to have. Seniors, you will be truly missed. You hold a special place in my heart as I've watched most of you grow since you were 9 years old. I believe this sport has helped mold you into strong young ladies that will get you over all the little stumps coming ahead. Set your goals high and embrace your values. I'm gonna miss you. Don't worry, I have my little fix seeing you through social media. Go Eagles.
Hey guys, I'd like to thank the parents of the JV basketball team this year. You supported not only your own kids, but the entire team as a whole, as well as supporting me through my first year coaching. It was an awesome feeling hearing you from the stands, getting into the game as much as I did, and I couldn't have asked for a better support group. For the JV team, you had an awesome season. We had our ups and downs, but I wouldn't have it any other way. As the season went on, your skills were growing, as well as your love for the game. You tried other positions when the team needed you, and always kept that get-after-it attitude. Things didn't always go our way, but you committed to your program, your team, and yourself. Those commitments will lead you to great things in life. I look forward to seeing you grow, as well as improving your skills in the seasons to come.
Hey guys, Coach Spencer here. I just want to take a moment to kind of recap the season, give a shout out to each of our varsity players, as well as some of their accomplishments this season and some of the things we were able to do. I'll start off by going through the varsity roster and recognizing those kids. Number 1, Alexis Cooper. Number 2, Riley Stamport. Number 4, Mika Villalobos. Number 5, Ashanti Cooper. Number 10, Christina Jenkins. Number 11, Mariah Washington. Number 12, Emma Schneider. Number 13, Shelby Ray. Number 14, Aaliyah McFarland. And number 23, Aliana Dunn. And I also want to give a special thanks to Annabella Shield, who stuck around for varsity and was able to give us some looks in practice that we wouldn't have gotten without her being there. So thank you, Annabella, as well. Just go over some of the team accomplishments and some of the things we were able to do this year. And we finished 25-8. 3 of those 25 wins came against ranked opponents. Another 2 came against opponents that are either 5A or 6A, so bigger classification. We were able to secure a district co-championship, needing to win basically all 10 of our final remaining district games, and the kids were able to dig in and do that. And so much love and much respect to those kids for digging in and getting it done. By district champions in a big win against Frankston, and then being area finalists where we fell to a very good Malakoff team that ended up making the regional tournament by 3. So just really proud of the way the kids battled and the way they bought in. especially with this being my first year here and then having to learn a new system and then having to, learn me as well as me having to learn them. And I'm incredibly thankful for the acceptance and the trust that they extended me over time. So individual awards, Ashanti Cooper, first team All-District, and then Aliana Dunn and Shelby Ray named second team All-District for District 19 3A. And then also, as far as our team MVP for the year, I'm giving that award to Ashanti Cooper, who was a great leader for us in points and assists, and just kind of ran our offense and did whatever needed to be done. So congratulations, Ashanti. Also want to give a couple shout outs to our seniors, Mariah Washington, Emma Schneider, Mika Villalobos, and Aliana Dunn. I want to congratulate Mika for moving on and playing college volleyball. And then also I want to congratulate Aliana for committing to go and play at Arlington Baptist after this year and get an opportunity to continue her basketball career. And I look forward to getting a chance to see her go and play at a high level, 5 or 6 national championships in that program. So it's an excellent achievement for her. And also, just want to say good luck to Emma and Mariah as they go on to their next steps in life. Mariah in the Army and Emma pursuing academics. And so congratulations to you guys. Also, just thanks to the staff, the fans, the girls, everybody who came out and supported us, parents. None of this would be possible without you guys, and I look forward to next year. Have a safe summer.
JV boys basketball was pretty interesting this year. Some game we had 5 players, some game we had 12. But through it all, we always played hard and got better.
Varsity boys basketball. First, I'm going to introduce my players. First, we had 2 freshmen on the team, Stuart Hervey and Dalen Washington. We had 1 sophomore, Jared Kerr. And the rest of the team was juniors, Marion Cooper, Ty Holly, Ethan Easel, Luke Shield, Jeremiah Dillon, Tyler Birch, and Jeremiah Jackson. When we began the end of the season, we jumped right into tournament season. We finished 4th in the dime box tournament and then ran right into district right off the bat. As the season went on, we got better. We got better every week. And toward the end of the season, we were playing our best basketball. I can't say enough about these guys. They come to work every day. They get in the gym and they get after it, and they're a pleasure to be around. They're funny. They have fun with what they're doing, but they don't let the fun get in the way of working hard. And I think that shows whenever they improve so much. I'd like to thank a couple of people. I'd like to thank Coach Ward. Coach Ward is an awesome assistant coach. He does a lot for these guys. He does a lot for the program. He helps me out a lot, and I appreciate everything he does. I'd also like to thank Coach Sherrill and Coach Garrett. They did a great job with the junior high guys this year. I'd like to thank everybody who helped me with the tournament, and thank me for helped with keeping the books and the clock, and just helped me out with all the other stuff that goes along with running a program. We had a few awards this year. We had Jared Kerr was the newcomer of the year. Jeremiah Jackson was first team All-District. Dalen Washington was honorable mention. We also had several academic All-District, Stuart Hervey, Ty Holly, Ethan Easel, Luke Shield, and Jeremiah Jackson. Very proud of all the things that these guys have accomplished. They work hard. They deserve the awards that they've been given, and I think that they're going to earn a lot more as we continue on next year. This year's basketball MVP is Jeremiah Jackson. You can't say enough about Jeremiah. He comes and works every day. He's been on the varsity now for 3 years. He started off as a freshman on varsity and has just progressed every year. And I look forward to great things next year from him. And as he steps up and becomes the leader of the team, a vocal leader, not just on the court, but off the court, I have high expectations of him. He's a great kid, and he deserves the MVP. Thank you. JV girls track. The girls that participated in JV girls track this year: Macy Bealey, Emma Clopton, Ashanti Cooper, Kelly Couch, Anna Dill, Jamie Dodd, Kellen Hervey, Kinley Hurst, Christina Jenkins, Olivia McClendon, Emma McWhirter, Shelby Ray, and Ziona Wallace. And while this season was cut short, while we only had 2 track meets, the JV girls, they placed 6th in the Rockdale track meet and 4th in the Rogers track meet, and both of those were shorthanded. I think that we would have improved a lot had we not lost the majority of our season. I think that they would have challenged for the JV district championship. I look forward to a lot of them becoming varsity runners in the future, and hopefully they'll continue to stick with it, and hopefully we'll get to finish our season next year. So thank you, girls. Thank you for all the hard work that you've put in. Thank you for coming and showing up to practice and doing what you're supposed to do and getting better. Like I said before, I look forward to having y'all run on the varsity here in the next year or the year after. Thank you. Varsity girls track. When I call your name, please stand so you can be recognized. Alexis Cooper, Aliana Dunn, Hannah Jackson, Stephanie Yanis, Aaliyah McFarland, Mia Morales, Annabella Scheel, Allison Schneider, Riley Stanport, Mika Villalobos, Brenly Walker, Mariah Washington, and Marissa Woolridge. Thank y'all. Y'all may be seated. This group of girls was a very talented group of girls. We went to 2 track meets. In Rockdale, we placed 4th. And in the Rogers track meet, we won. And both of those, we were shorthanded due to Rockdale due to the stock show, and Rogers because we had some missing for spring break purposes already. And so was really looking forward to this season with these girls. I thought that we had a really good shot at winning district, possibly area, and even doing well at the regional track meet, and hopefully have multiple qualifiers at the state track meet. I'm really proud of these girls. They came to work every day. They get after it, and I know a lot of them have lots of different things going on. They have softball, they have UIL, they have lots of dual credit classes. They have a lot going on, and this is a group that just stays with it, gets after it, and shows up to work every day. For the MVP of the varsity girls track, it's Mika Villalobos. I can't say enough about Mika. She shows up, she does her work as hard as she can. If you ask her to do something, she may not really want to do it, but she does it. All you get is a yes, sir, and I'll do my best. No, there's no coach here that can say enough good words about Mika, and I include myself as one of them that can't say enough about her. We're going to miss her next year. We're in the track program will miss her. The girls' athletic program will miss her. We all wish her the best. Thank y'all. hopefully next year, like I said, hopefully we'll get to finish this season up and see what we can really do. Thank y'all.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the 2020 boys track team. Short season, only had 2 meets. Season got cut short because of the virus. Really hurt the track team a little bit this year. Weren't able to go to as many meets. Didn't have as big a participation because we didn't have as many meets to go to. Because we only had 2 meets, we were unable to select a most valuable player. You know, if we would have had a full season, we would have been able to determine that. With just 2 meets, we didn't have a single person that participated in 2 meets. So that being said, it was almost impossible to do that. I'm fixing to announce the list of names of players that participated this year. First, we got Cole Huddleston, DeQuaylen Williams, Dylan Watts, Grant Lansford, Hezekiah Smith, Hunter Hayes, Isaiah Washington, Jack Connor, Jason Muir, Javier Casiano, Judge Hutton, Logan Marek, Preston McMillan, Ryan Urban, Smokey Delph, Stuart Hervey, Caden Larson, Lance Pitts, Stephen Kellenberger, Amarion Cooper, Corbin Reed, Dalen Washington, and Jared Kerr. That was our track team for the 2020 season. I usually thank a bunch of people for helping with the track meets. Obviously, we didn't have those this year because of the coronavirus. So don't think you got anything or anything like that. So again, thank you for offering to help. We'll use you next year, and hopefully we'll be able to get that done. So again, thank you. That was the track team for this year. Hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit better next year. Thank you.
This year, the Lexington JV football team had a good group of kids. We had 2 wins this season and a couple of close games. All the kids improved over the year and were really exciting for the upcoming season. We want to thank all the parents for all their support and all the food they prepared on all the away games we had. Here is the roster for the 2019-2020 JV football team.
The 2019 football season is a true judge of the character of the kids that we had on our football team. It's not how you start, it's how you finish type of deal. They showed their character by staying in it. They could have done like a lot of people, and when you get to be 0-6, you start pointing fingers at everybody. It's somebody else's fault, and these kids didn't do that. They just kept playing. Love to play the game every week, and my hat's off to them for staying in it, because of that they were able to play 3 playoff games. So I can't be more proud of this year's football team. They really showed their resilience and a lot of mental toughness to finish the way they did. And of course, every year is not. If you don't win a state championship, it's not where you want to be. But it was still a successful year for these kids. These seniors have been able to play 13 playoff games in their 4 years. So that's over a season more, almost a season and a half more football games for them to play, but just in the playoffs. When you're doing that, that means you're successful and you're building a program, and that goes back to our kids and their leadership that they have in our program. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call everybody's name, and I'm gonna give their district honors as I call their name. We got Kobe Robertson. He's second team All-District wide receiver. Jeremiah Jackson is a first team All-District wide receiver. We have Jared Kerr. He was the overall district MVP. He was all Brazos Valley first team offense utility player. He was all Brazos Valley second team return specialist. He was the Texas Sports Writer Association All-State third team offense. And he was all Central Texas, the All Central Texas team honorable mention safety and running back. I got Amarian Cooper. He was first district all district defensive back. Caden Noe, Caden Huckabee, first team all district defensive back. Andrew Akinremy, Hayden Ramsey, second team defensive back. Dakota Smith was honorable mention all district running back. Sheldon Springer was second team quarterback. Rowdy Pearson, first team defensive end. Colby King, Kason Bear was honorable mention all district. Devin Jackson, Jeremiah Dillon, first team running back and linebacker in the district. Cole Huddleston, Evan Patchke, honorable mention wide receiver. Sean Akinremy, first team running back linebacker in the district. Aaron Allert was the defensive player of the year in the district. He was first team linebacker all Brazos Valley. He was second team linebacker Texas Sports Writers all state team. He was second team linebacker all Centex team, and he was academic all state. Stephen Demora was second team linebacker in district. Ty Hawley was second team linebacker in district. Caden Schumacher was the offensive lineman of the year in the entire district. Lane Keller, Juan Lara, he was first team offensive line in the district. He was all Brazos Valley second team offensive line. He was Texas Sports Writer all state team honorable mention offensive line, and all Centex team he was honorable mention center. We have Zach White, who was honorable mention all district lineman. Jacob Poston, honorable mention all district lineman. Braden Exter was second team offensive line and defensive line in the district. Jeremy Chastain, Jesse Flowers was second team offensive line, and Ian White was honorable mention offensive line. So we had several honors in the district. We took 2 of the 3 top spots as far as superlatives in the district, and we were represented throughout the district team very well. These kids, they played extremely hard, and like I said, they showed their resilience in being mentally tough with losing and staying together as a team. And when you can do that, it speaks volumes about your program. And these kids, have been in this program, and hopefully, they've been great mentors to the ones underneath them, so the program keeps going. This year's MVPs, it was a difficult decision on the MVPs because we have, such a great group of kids. But I have a co-MVP this year, and that's Aaron Allert and Jared Kerr. Both these young men received all kinds of accolades after district and in the postseason and on all state teams. They've been, the cornerstone, especially Aaron. He's been starting since he was a freshman for us, and he's the cornerstone of our defense and one of the best defensive players in the state. And on the other side of the ball, we had Jared, who was one of the best offensive players in the state also. And but between those two, they really anchored our football team this year. And these two are well deserving of their honors. And I would like to thank all of our kids for everything that they do, all the workouts they put in, and how much work that they've have put in over the 4-year period, because it is a long grind, and they've done it. So hats off to them, and we'll be ready for next year. Thank you.
girls.
Hey guys, I'd like to thank the parents of the JV2 volleyball team this year. You supported not only your own kids, but the entire team as a whole, as well as supporting me through my first year coaching, and I couldn't have asked for a better support group. For the JV2 volleyball team, you had an amazing season, with the entire program sweeping the district with all teams getting first. These girls were willing to play positions they have never tried and work together to make this team as strong as it could. These young athletes showed commitment to improving every day, to a team, themselves, and to a great program. You have made my first year coaching one I will always cherish. I look forward to seeing you all grow as an individual, as well as your skills and love for the game in the seasons to come.
This year's JV volleyball team consisted of a lot of talented young athletes. These girls were able to play multiple positions on the court and always gave it their all. By doing so, they won district. And I'm looking forward to seeing what these girls can accomplish throughout the remainder of their high school career. And congratulations on an amazing season, ladies.
The varsity volleyball team had an amazing season this year. They made it to the state tournament, finishing third in the state in Class 3A. They finished the season with a 34-14 overall record and a 13-1 district record, which earned them the district championship. The 34 wins on the season ties a school record from 2007. The ladies finished the season on a 21-2 run, with that last loss coming in the state semifinal game. Starting off the year, this was a team that wasn't quite sure what to think of themselves or even sure what to expect. It wasn't because of lack of effort or work ethic, because this group put in tons of time over the summer with volleyball and conditioning workouts. This extra work laid the foundation for the success they saw later in the season and is what helped them overcome rough times we experienced early on in the year. They chose to continue to work hard together and win a district championship. After losing the first two sets of the second playoff game against Whitney and their backs completely against the wall, they chose to continue to fight and pull off an exciting 5-set win to advance. The next game, they got revenge on the last team that beat them in Rogers and earned their trip to the regional tournament for the first time since 2007. After beating East Bernard in the first game of the tournament, they got their chance in a team at West that had knocked Lexington out of the playoffs in the last 4 consecutive years. After dropping the first set in a pretty convincing fashion, they again chose to keep fighting and won a 3-1 victory against West, earning their trip to the state tournament for the first time since 1990. Even though the game against Van Alstyne didn't go the way we wanted, I'm still incredibly proud of this team and what they had accomplished for themselves and for Lexington. I think this season and this year showed the girls that life can throw difficulties your way at any moment in many different ways, but you can choose what you do with those difficulties, and you never know what you can accomplish if you don't let yourself give up. Because these ladies chose to fight, their accomplishments on the season are many. I will now name each player in number order and give the district and state recognitions they received over the year. Senior Grace Patchke, Academic All-District, District Defensive MVP, Brazos Valley All-Academic Team, Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State Academic Team, Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State Team, Texas High School Coaches Association Elite Academic Team. There's only 20 students in the entire state out of all classifications that made that team. And the Texas Sports Writers Association Honorable Mention All-State Libero. Freshman Kinley Hurst, second team All-District, Academic All-District. Freshman Kinsey Hobbs, Academic All-District. Sophomore Riley Stamport, second team All-District, Academic All-District. Sophomore Cadence Looper, District Setting MVP, her first year setting, by the way, and Academic All-District. Senior Mika Villalobos, District Honorable Mention, Academic All-District, and she'll be continuing her volleyball career at the University of Southwest in Hobbs, New Mexico. Senior Macy Sweat, first team All-District, Academic All-District, Brazos Valley All-Academic, Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State Academic Team, Texas High School Coaches Association Elite Academic Team. Again, this is that same team where only 20 girls made it out of the entire state, and we had 2 of them, so congrats, ladies. and Texas Sports Writers Association's second team All-State middle blocker. Freshman Brindley Walker, academic All-District. Senior Casey Johnson, academic All-District. Junior Hannah Skyby, honorable mention All-District, academic All-District. And junior Shelby Ray, district offensive MVP, academic All-District. Brazos Valley first team, Texas Sports Writers Association second team All-State, Texas Girls Coaches Association All-State, and the state championship all-tournament team. The program would not be able to accomplish all of these things without help. I would like to thank Coach Mull for always supporting us, Dr. Knowlton for providing us with a surprise ride to Garland, which made the girls feel very important, by the way. Mr. Patchke and the central office staff with programs and dealing with me for getting money for rooms and food for our trips. Ms. Garrison and the high school office staff for coordinating all the behind the scenes things. Ms. Meyer and the Athletic Association for getting us shirts and money. Also to the elementary staff and the kids for the drive-through pep rallies and the goodie bags that you provided for us for our trip to Garland. And then obviously to all the parents who set up meals, decorating, coordinating support, and being there for your kids when I asked them to do a little bit of extra work. And also to the Lexington community for the support that you showed us in Garland. It was really great to see all of you there and to take time on a Thursday to drive up to Garland and be there for the girls. I know that is something that they will never forget, and I hope that it's something that they can be proud of. And I'll announce the volleyball MVP. This year it's going to go to the entire varsity team. All the individual time and work that each of you put in during the summer and throughout the season is what made it possible for you to accomplish what you did. Again, it was an amazing season, and it's something that I'll never forget, and I'm so incredibly proud of everything that y'all accomplished this year.
For Girls Coaches Pride, this young lady's been in the program for 4 years now, and during these 4 years she has worked extremely hard at everything that she's done. And because of her hard work, she has excelled in all the sports that she's participated in during her years. It is with great pleasure that the girls coach that I announced that the Girls Coaches Pride Award is Grace Patchke.
I'm going to be presenting the Coach's Pride Award. This goes to a young man that exemplifies everything that we ask of a student athlete, whether it's on the field, off the field, in the classroom, or out in the community. This is one of our most prestigious awards. It is one of the ones that coaches look forward to giving because it really speaks volumes about the person that receives it. This year's Coach's Pride Award is Aaron Allard. He's done so much for our program as far as leadership, whether it's on the football field or in the weight room or in off season. He does a tremendous job of encouraging his teammates and leading by example. So he's well deserving, and he is our Coach's Pride Award winner for 2020.
For Girls MVP, this young lady has also been in the program for 4 years, and she is also an extremely hard worker. She's made multiple contributions in volleyball, basketball, and track, participating last year at the state track meet, and potentially could have participated in the state track meet this year. She was our last year's Coach's Pride Award winner, and I'm very, very honored to announce Mika Villalobos as the girls MVP.
I will be presenting the overall boys MVP. This award goes out to an individual that is usually involved in multiple sports at a high level. Every year it's a little bit difficult for us to pick just because we have so many kids that participate in so many sports. This year's overall MVP for the boys is Jared Kerr. Jared participated in football, basketball, and baseball, track, tennis, and golf. So you can see he participated in multiple sports, and he participated at a high level in those sports. So this year's overall MVP is Jared Kerr.